Hello everyone, so welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. So in this video, I'm going to be doing something different. I'm not vlogging right now. I am going to be telling you guys about my top 20 or I think it's more than 20, but my top Netflix TV show recommendations. So to be honest, my taste of TV shows is all over the place. So there's a lot of different TV shows on this list. But let's just get right into it. So anyways, comment down below your favorite TV show that is on Netflix. This list includes both Netflix originals and also just things that are in general on Netflix right now. So yes, I have a lot of different shows. So yeah, this is not in any specific order, but stick around because eventually I will tell you guys my favorite Netflix show or a show that's on Netflix. I will eventually tell you, but I'm just gonna begin because yeah, might as well. For the first one I have is this show called Rain. And okay guys, so this show is not a Netflix original or anything, I don't think, but it is honestly so good. It's about like royalty and everything in Scotland and England and stuff, and it goes over like Queen Elizabeth, Mary Queen of Scots. It's so good, guys. Like, to be honest, I was just going into it like, okay, this is just gonna be like another cheesy like show, whatever. But honestly, it's probably one of my top favorite shows ever. Like, I loved it so much. I don't even know like why. It's like a drama, but like it also has like some gruesome aspects to it. So it's not like very teenagey as I was expecting. So yeah, if you guys are into like royalty at all, I would definitely check out this show. And I would say the age group, because I'm gonna try to like list like an age group, I would say the age group would probably be like teens to like adult, because this is not a kids show at all. Like they chop people's heads off sometimes. So anyways, the next show on the list is The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, I think it's called, and this one is a Netflix original. If you remember, they made a Sabrina the Teenage Witch show like back in the 90s or 80s or something, and so this is kind of based on that. It connects both the Archie comics with it. So if you watch Riverdale, they mention like Greendale in it, like the city where that is placed. So that is connected with it somewhat, but barely. But yeah, this show is quite cheesy, so I would say that is like the only, like, I don't know, it's okay cheese enough for me, but if you don't like cheese, like, maybe steer clear of it. But I think it's honestly so good, and they've continued it for like 4 parts. They call like the seasons parts, and so they continued it for 4 parts, and honestly I don't think it's getting like any worse. They're just making up like new ideas, and I think it's pretty good. But yeah, probably the first season is probably always going to be my favorite. But yeah, overall, like, this was a pretty darn good show, I would say. And yeah, anyways, the age group of this show, I would say, would be probably like the same, like teens to adults, because there are some like bloody aspects to it because it's like a darker show. So yeah, next thing on the list is Stranger Things, Netflix original. You guys all probably know about Stranger Things, but honestly, I loved it so much, and I'm waiting for the next season to come out. I'm so pumped. This is definitely probably one of my all-time favorite shows. Like, I kind of want to watch it now that I'm mentioning it. Anyways, and this is obviously probably the same, like, teen to like adult and everything. Next, I don't have anything else to say about that because we already know how good Stranger Things is. Next is Bridgerton. Bridgerton is about like royalty and everything in England and stuff. So yes, and it's based on novels. So yeah, and I loved it. Like I wouldn't say I loved it, but I liked it a lot. Like, it was so I don't know, I watched it with Alyssa, my best friend, and it was so interesting and everything. So if you like anything to do with like royalty, and it's also like a love story, so if you like romance and stuff or dramas in general, I would definitely check it out. I would say probably an older audience for this show, because it's a drama, and also they do like get into the romance a lot, if you know what I mean. So yeah, definitely an older audience for this show. The next show I have is 13 Reasons Why, the Netflix original. And yes, this is like very controversial, but like a lot of people either just like the first season and then they stop watching it, or like you watch it all the way through like I did. But yeah, definitely the first season I would check out. After that, if you're like really not that interested in each of the characters, I just stopped watching it from there. But I watched the whole thing because I don't have anything better to do. But yeah, definitely the first season is the best. But yeah, so that was a pretty darn good show. It was based on a book, so I was expecting it to be good because a lot of things based on books are good. So yeah, and this I would definitely say probably like late teens, older like audience and everything, because they do talk about some dark themes and things happen that are very dark. So yeah, if you're a child, I would not watch that. But this next show, I would definitely watch if I was a child, or if I was just, in general, a human being at any age. This next show is H2O. So H2O and Mako Mermaids, they're both mermaid shows and they're connected. H2O came out before Mako Mermaids and everything, and they're technically like children's shows. But you guys, I am obsessed with the amount of like cheese they put in these things. It is so funny to me. Like I love, like this is definitely like my favorite kids show. Like one of my favorite kids shows. So yeah, I love it because I like the mermaid mystical aspect, and then like they're so cheesy that it's so funny to me, so I love it. But yeah, definitely younger audience for that because it's a kids show. The next show is The Umbrella Academy, a Netflix original, and this show was so darn good. Oh my gosh, can't talk. So darn good. So darn good, guys. Oh my gosh, can't say that. But anyways, yeah, if you know, it's kind of hard to explain. It's about like a group of people that try to defend the world. So kind of like superheroes, but not. And it's so good. I would definitely check it out if like you just like action stuff in general, and like each of the characters are so unique and I love it so much. So yeah, I would definitely check this out. And this is definitely probably like an older audience because there is a lot of blood in it. Anyways, the next one I have is The 100, and this is not a Netflix original whatsoever, but it's on Netflix, and I watched this, and this show was so good at the beginning, but then like near the end I kind of got like sick and tired of it, and yeah, but I watched the whole thing. But yeah, I would say like you don't have to watch the whole thing if you don't feel like it. Because yeah, the ending wasn't what I wanted. But overall this show was pretty good, and it was definitely like a teen show because it was like a drama, like a teen drama pretty much, but it had some violence in it, so there's that as well. But the next show I have is Gotham, and this is not a Netflix original also because it's like ABC or whatever, I'm not really sure, but it's about Batman. And when he was younger and everything, it has Catwoman in it and like so many other characters I'm forgetting now. And I loved it so much. It was definitely my favorite like superhero like show they came out with, because they came out with like a lot on Fox and everything, and this was definitely my favorite because yeah, it was good. But it's definitely kind of darker, so I would say probably like adults or like late teens. And the next show I have is Daybreak, and this was a Netflix original, and it was so good. It's about like zombies basically. And it's so good. It is cheesy, but I like the amount of cheese they put in it, but it is cheesy, so there's that. And yeah, it's just so funny to me, and like I liked the whole show. I think they're coming out with another season, so there's that as well. But I would say definitely like an older audience, like late teens or adults, again, because there's a lot of blood in it. The next show I have is Queer Eye, and it's basically a bunch of guys that make over people's lives, and I love it. They've come out with so many different Queer Eye, like different shows and stuff. Like there's one in there in Japan and stuff, and I love like all the guys on it. They're so funny and everything to me. So yeah, definitely like anyone could probably watch this. It's just like a makeover show basically, like they make over people's lives and stuff. So yeah, definitely like that show. Another show on this list is Glow Up. And so this is a makeup competition, but I don't wear makeup, and I enjoyed it so much. It was like very artistic and everything, and I loved it so much. And this is definitely like for all age groups because it's just a competition type show. The next one is also a competition type show. It's called Crazy Delicious. It was so good, and yeah, it definitely made me hungry watching it. And another food show that's on here is Nailed It. And yeah, that was just so funny. Like they were trying to make like different masterpieces in food, and they all end up like really bad. So yeah, I would say Crazy Delicious and Nailed It are both like all age groups and everything. They're just good food shows in general. The next show I have is Vampire Diaries. So this is not a Netflix original, but this show is pretty darn good and everything. I would say the first seasons are probably the best in my opinion because yeah, I just liked them more and everything, and this was like a long show, so be prepared to do a long binge. That one and the 100 are long binges and everything, but Vampire Diaries was pretty darn good and everything. I would say like teens because it was definitely like kind of cheesy at times and stuff, and there's a bunch of like love and drama along with vampires and stuff. So yeah, probably teen age group for that. The next show I have is The Circle, and it is a Netflix original, and this is like basically they're all like separated from each other, and they can only communicate with each other through like messaging and like going online with each other, and they have to figure out like if people are catfishing and stuff, and they have to eliminate people, and it's so interesting. They need to come out. I know they're coming out with another season sometime soon, so hopefully that's coming. And I know they made one that was in like Brazil or somewhere, so yeah, there's that. But very interesting. I would say probably like teens for that because I don't know if they cuss in it or not, so because otherwise I would say all generations. The next show I have on here is called Instant Hotel, and this was like a I don't even know how to describe it. They basically made Airbnbs, and they had like each other go to their Airbnbs and rate it, and whoever won like a lot of money or something. So that was a very interesting show. That's definitely for like all age groups. I keep wanting to say all generations, all age groups, because it's just like a fun family show and everything. I don't know, I watched it with my family, so. The next show on here is Scream, and this was based on the older movies and everything, and they made a show about it. I don't really remember how cheesy this was. I think it was cheesy, so be aware. But overall, like, the show's probably like teeny and everything, and it's just another like teen drama, but it adds in like a thriller aspect because of the Scream, because of Scream. So yeah, that was definitely a good show as well. The next show I have on here is called Too Hot to Handle, and this is basically like a romance, and basically they go on and they can't like kiss each other and stuff. I don't know how to describe it. They can't like kiss each other, and if they do, they lose money and stuff. I'm pretty sure that was this show, like I'm pretty sure. And so I thought that was so interesting, and like they got money at the end, whoever won and stuff. It's a whole show, but yeah, that's definitely like probably adults because they do some risky things. And so, but yeah, if you like watching love shows, I would recommend that. The next love show is Love is Blind, and this wasn't a Netflix original, but they put it on Netflix, and they put like 2 seasons on there. I'm not really sure. This show was good. I do not really remember what it was, but I put it on this list, so it must have been good. But yeah, if you're into like love shows, I would recommend it. So sorry I had to change my camera battery, but I am back. Anyways, so the next show on here, there's only 2 shows left, so I promise this is gonna be over soon. The next show is called Ginny in Georgia, and the show was so cute and everything, and I just loved it. Like, I don't know, it was teeny probably, I would say, but it wasn't like super cheesy. It was just cheesy at times, but yeah, it was so cute in my opinion, and it's just about like this mom and her daughter and everything, and yeah, it was just cute. And so, but I wouldn't say it was for kids because they talk about some risky things, and I'm pretty sure they cuss a lot. Anyways, I would recommend this as well. And I think the first season just came out, so I'm not sure if they like revealed if there's gonna be a second season or anything. But the last show on this list is called Never Have I Ever. This show is very cheesy. Very cheesy, but it is, honestly, it's pretty good. I was going into it thinking, oh my gosh, this show is gonna be awful, and it ended up not being too bad. Like, it was pretty good and everything, and again, I thought it was really cute, so there's that. And it's definitely teeny though as well, so yeah, if you're into teen cheesiness, I got you with this list. And so yeah, that's the last show on the list, but now it's time for me to pick my favorite off of the whole entire list. So to be honest, this is so hard because they're all like different genres and everything. Honestly, like my favorite would probably be Stranger Things. Like, I loved that. I love that show so much. Let's be real. Like, you can't go wrong with Stranger Things, and so that's probably my favorite. My favorite like kids show is probably H2O or Makeup Mermaids. Like, so H2O, Makeup Mermaids, and Stranger Things are my favorite. I'm just gonna leave it there. Comment below your favorite from my list, and also your favorite in general if you have a different favorite that I did not mention. Anyways, so I'm going to end this video before my room turns into darkness because the sun is setting. And so yeah, like, subscribe, comment below if you enjoyed watching, and I hope in the future I will do one of these for top 20 movie Netflix recommendations, something around that route, because this was honestly so much fun, like, to come up with how many shows I've actually liked on Netflix. So yeah, because I've seen a lot. Like, Netflix is normally where I hang out. Like, yeah, I watch a lot of Netflix. So like, these videos are kind of fun for me just to go back and be like, oh my gosh, I remember watching that, and then I probably rewatch it, and then I'm like, what am I doing? I've seen this. Okay. Anyways, like, subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
ShayJVlogs.